Imagine waking up one morning. The walls are breathing. People around you are turning into skeletons. You think you're losing your mind. You didn't take any drugs. You didn't ask for this because the United States government put LSD in your drink without your knowledge, without your consent, and without any intention of ever telling you. This wasn't a movie. This was official U.S. government policy, funded with your tax dollars, carried out on thousands of Americans for over 20 years. And when they got caught, they burned the evidence and walked away free. This is MKUltra. Welcome to Untold America, where we dig into the history they glossed over in school. Today, MKUltra, the CIA's secret mind control program that ran from 1953 to 1973. The experiments, the victims, the cover-up. Let's get into it. It was 1950. The Cold War was at its peak. American POWs returning from Korean War prison camps were making public confessions on camera, denouncing America, praising communism. These were loyal American soldiers, men who would never say these things voluntarily. The CIA had one explanation. The Soviets had found a way to control the human mind. Then came an alarming intelligence report. The Soviet Union had attempted to purchase the entire world's supply of LSD, a drug that caused vivid hallucinations and could completely alter a person's perception of reality. The CIA panicked. If the Soviets had a mind control drug, America had to have one first. On April 13, 1953, CIA Director Allen Dulles officially approved a top-secret program, codename MKUltra. Its mission: find a drug that could control the human mind, create the perfect spy, the perfect assassin, a real-life Manchurian candidate. The man chosen to run it, a quiet chemist named Sidney Gottlieb, a man who raised goats on a farm in Virginia, a man who folk danced on weekends, and a man who would go on to conduct the most systematic program of human torture in American government history. Gottlieb spent $240,000, over $4 million in today's money, to buy the entire world's supply of LSD, every last drop. He then distributed it through fake research foundations to hospitals, prisons, and universities across America. None of them knew they were working for the CIA. In hospitals, patients seeking treatment were secretly given LSD, electroshock therapy, and sensory deprivation without their consent. In Montreal, Canada, Dr. Donald E. Cameron kept patients in drug-induced sleep for weeks, sometimes months, playing the same recorded messages thousands of times through speakers under their pillows. Many suffered permanent brain damage. Some forgot their own names, their entire lives erased. In American prisons, one man was given LSD every single day for 174 consecutive days. And then one of those prison subjects was Whitey Bulger, who would go on to become one of America's most feared crime bosses. Bulger described the experience. "Guys turning into skeletons in front of me. I felt like I was going insane." And then there was Operation Midnight Climax. Gottlieb set up secret safe houses in San Francisco and New York City. He hired prostitutes to bring men off the streets, secretly dosed them with LSD, and watched through two-way mirrors. The agent running the operation later wrote to Gottlieb thanking him, and I'm quoting his actual words, "Where else could a red-blooded American boy lie, kill, cheat, steal, rape, and pillage with the sanction and blessing of the All-Highest?" Those are the words of a U.S. government employee on the taxpayer payroll. After 20 years, Gottlieb admitted the entire program was useless. They never found their mind control drug. All that torture, all those destroyed lives, for nothing. Here's where the story takes an extraordinary turn. Because MKUltra didn't just destroy lives, it actually created the 1960s counterculture. Ken Kesey, author of One Flew Through the Cuckoo's Nest, got his first LSD in a CIA-funded experiment. The experience inspired one of the greatest American novels ever written. Robert Hunter, lyricist for the Grateful Dead, also participated in CIA LSD experiments. The music, the concerts, the culture, all connected to a CIA program. Allen Ginsberg, the poet that defined a generation, got his first LSD from Sidney Gottlieb. He later wrote, "Am I the product of CIA experiments in mind control?" The CIA created MKUltra to make Americans obedient. Instead, they accidentally created the greatest counterculture rebellion in American history. But behind the irony, there are real victims, real people who died. Frank Olson, a U.S. Army scientist, was secretly dosed with LSD at a CIA work retreat in 1953. 9 days later, he fell from the 13th floor of a New York hotel room. The CIA called it suicide. In 1994, his family had his body exhumed. Forensic examination found blunt force trauma to the head before the fall. Someone struck Frank Olson before he went through that window. The case was investigated, and then nothing. No charges, no arrests, no answers. Frank Olson's death remains officially unsolved. His sons still believe their father was murdered by his own government, and the evidence suggests they may be right. By 1973, congressional investigators were closing in. CIA Director Richard Helms made a decision. He ordered the complete destruction of all MKUltra files. Every document, every record, 20 years of evidence, burned, shredded, gone. But Helms made one critical mistake. A batch of financial records had been misfiled in a building outside CIA headquarters. They survived. In 1977, those 20,000 documents were discovered. Senate hearings were held. CIA officials testified before Congress. And then, almost nothing happened. No one went to prison, no criminal charges, no accountability. And Sidney Gottlieb, the man who ran it all, retired quietly to his farm in Virginia. He meditated, he gardened, he described himself as a patriot. He died in 1999, at the age of 80, in his own bed, a free man, never charged with a single crime. MKUltra ran for 20 years, 150 research projects, 80 institutions. Thousands of Americans had no idea what their government was doing to them. The evidence was burned, justice was never served, but the 20,000 documents that survived, they are online, declassified, public. You can read them tonight. Not a conspiracy theory, documented American history. Drop a comment. Did you know about MKUltra? Does this change how you see your government? Subscribe if you're new. Every week we bring you the history they left out of the textbooks. I'll see you in the next one. Watch next, Black Wall Street, how America destroyed its richest black city.